Here again with another Shameless Season 5 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for those of you that are wondering, I have watched this show all the way through one time before. I wanted to rewatch it because most of the show is really good. I know down towards the end it gets a little terrible, but I want to discuss, for the most part, this amazing show. This will be Shameless Season 5, Episode 4. The title of this episode is called A Night to Remem... Wait, what? And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Frank wakes up next to a statue, or he's on the bridge of the statue, the display statue, with pigeon shit all over him, and he's wearing a dirty wife beater. Gus is singing to Fiona. Guess they've been together for 9 days thus far. Lit goes to Miami to visit Angela's parents and herself. Debbie's thinking about going on the pill. Gus is actually at Fiona's place. He meets Carl, Debbie, and Liam. Frank finds out he's getting $121,000 for the settlement. V wants to get a babysitter as she wants to get laid, maybe even a hotel room. Kevin doesn't like that idea. He wants to stay home with Amy and Gemma, so V says she'll have a date night by herself. Angela wants to have vagina sex for the first time with Lip. Carl is working now as a drug dealer, a preppy drug dealer. So it turns out Frank already withdrew his money, and now he doesn't remember any of it. Like, he got so fucked up after he got the money that he doesn't know what the hell he did with it. Holly pokes fun at Debbie for raping somebody at her party, and then Debbie punches Holly and they start to fight, and it would be 4-on-1, Holly, her stupid friends, against Debbie, but a young man actually saves Debbie from getting potentially her ass kicked. Gus, who's hanging out at Patsy's, tells Fiona that he writes music for video games and that he's falling in love with Fiona. V tells Fiona she's going out tonight and wants Fiona to come with. Tommy tells Frank he restored his faith in humanity. He tells Frank he spent a couple grand last night. Frank has keys to a Porsche in his pocket. Debbie wants to be trained to fight by her new friend that saved her from Holly and her 3 friends. Frank finds the Porsche that he apparently bought, and Kermit is in the back seat sleeping. But he wakes up when Frank gets in there. V and Fiona arrive at the club, and V lets a guy she's dancing with feel her ass, and the friction of it causes her to have an orgasm within seconds. V's first orgasm in quite a while. Frank apparently doubled his money gambling last night, but he didn't say where he was going. Fiona tells Gus she's falling in love with him too. Fiona and Gus get it on. They watch a little ER. They drink some Jim Beam, amongst other things. And then Fiona calls in for half of her shift at Patsy's, as she had a double scheduled while Gus is going down on her. And then Fiona tells Gus how happy she is, and Gus brings up getting married to Fiona. So they actually decide to go through with getting married, Gus and Fiona. So they look into same-day marriages. Debbie starts the combat training class. Frank had a hotel room already prepaid for a certain amount of time. There are Chinese prostitutes that are in the hotel room. They tell Frank he talked to some investor. They want to do Carl because he's somewhat good-looking. So unfortunately, Frank doesn't let Carl do that in this episode. That would have been the noble thing to do. And then Frank has to teach Carl about fractions when it comes to drug dealing, like an eighth, a tenth, all that stuff that I don't understand. But Frank is literally a genius when he's sober, which he probably isn't really sober right now, but he hasn't drank all night long, or since he woke up, as far as I know. So he teaches him about the fractions as long as he won't say anything to Fiona. And then Gus and Fiona are officially married. Holy fuck. Frank paid for a bunch of prosthetic legs, he finds out, and Frank apparently ran someone over. So to smooth things out with this person he ran over, he offers his Porsche as a peace offering to the people that know that he ran this person over, or hit this person, or whatever it is. And then Gus and his bandmates give Fiona and Gus a got married tribute at Patsy's, which now Sean is able to find out and see what was going on with Fiona, that she got married. Lip and Angela's dad are actually getting along because he's very into the technical robot stuff, and Lip's very interested in his work. Angela's dad even smokes pot, which he hides. So Angela's dad says he can get Lip a paid internship, so he won't have to haul cement in a wheelbarrow for Tommy. Sean and the rest of the staff at Patsy's are very happy for Fiona. Sean tells her she can go home for the rest of the day. Just next time, don't lie to him. And then Ian is losing his shit, Svetlana says, as he keeps getting suitcases from the airport saying they left, they lost baggage. And Mickey's a little concerned. And then V tells Kev that she had an orgasm with a stranger on the dance floor. It's a cry from my coochie that things ain't right at home. Frank and Carl drink some champagne on the porch, and it seems like Fiona, maybe not, but it seems like she might be regretting her decision to marry Gus because she has chaos happen. And then we have a mid-credit scene of Carl using flashcards to test himself about the fractions when it comes to drug dealing, like eighth, tenth ounce, all that stuff. And that's what ends the episode. So, pretty entertaining episode. I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10. Female character of the episode, Fiona. Although V was pretty important, Fiona was just more important. And for the males, there's actually a tie. Ultimately, I would give it to Gus because Gus is very important. But you do have Frank, and Frank was pretty awesome as well. So Gus and Frank are tied along with Fiona. And you've heard what I have to say about the episode. Now it's your turn. If you want to join me on this journey of rewatching Shameless and discussing the show, that's great. Please make sure that you Hulk smash or hammer fist that like button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate the episode, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your characters of the episode? If you want to do a male and female, that's fine. Or if you just want to pick one character, that's fine as well. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.